Hey guys, and welcome back to another NBA 2K18 draft rebuild. And from your comments on the last video, we have to do Collin Sexton and the new look Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron has left for LA, and now the Cavs are left with what I think is possibly one of the top 5 worst rosters in the entire league. Kevin Love is getting up there. He's on an extremely large contract for the next 3 years. He'll be 32 at the end of his contract. The situation is not good. We're over the salary cap with just these top 5 players alone. I mean, George Hill, $20 million for the next 2 years. Tristan Thompson's at $18 million. JR's at $14 million. Kyle Korver's at $7 million. He's going to be 39 at the end of his contract. So we have to really choose who we're going to build around. I'm looking at Ante Zizic and of course Collin Sexton as the main guys that we have that have some potential to grow. They're so young, they're 20 and 19 respectively. So I'm thinking we send them down to the G League and possibly move Kevin Love to try and get back our draft pick. Kevin Love, I think he may get traded just to try and start the rebuild in Cleveland. But who knows what will happen. But we need to send 2 players down to the G League, and that I forgot also about Cedi Osman. So I think we're going to actually do Cedi Osman and Collin Sexton down to the G League, and hopefully Ante Zizic will improve along with them. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me send Collin Sexton, and we're going to send not Kyle Korver, but Cedi Osman. Can I send 3? I can send 3 players. Very nice. So we're going to get all 3 of those guys going to the G League. And I also want to find a trade for Kevin Love. I want to possibly get back my first-round pick for this year. Who has our first-round pick for this year? I believe, who has the 2018 Cavs pick? Now, this is the 2019 roster I'm using, and I did trade away the Nets pick since they would probably land me a really good selection. So I did adjust for that. Where is the Cleveland first-round pick? It's got to be around here somewhere. The Magic. Okay, here we are. The Lakers have it. So let's go ahead and trade through that. I'm gonna get rid of this next one, and I'm just gonna override this trade. Oh wait, I'm not gonna override this trade. My fault. Okay, so the Lakers have it. Okay, that makes it a bit better. Okay, so Kevin Love, and we're gonna go to the Lakers, and we're gonna get our pick back, and we need somebody of comparable salary. So Kentavious Caldwell Pope, or we may have to take on Luol Deng. So that still means we're $5 million over the salary cap. So we'll take on Channing Frye, and then we'll give them a minimum player. I'm looking at Kendrick Perkins, and there we go. So we move Kevin Love, we get our pick back, and I'm actually just gonna again trade Luol Deng just to open up as much salary cap as possible. So okay, we'll just do this one, and we'll be able to relieve that salary cap. So now the lineup would be Jordan Clarkson, Rodney Hood, Larry Nance Jr. No, I don't want Channing Frye here. I'm going to move, let's move JR in there. Let's move J.R. Smith in there, and we'll move Larry Nance back up to the power forward position. We'll put Rodney Hood in there at small forward. So that is going to be it. I also am looking at replacing Ty Lue this offseason. Definitely. That we need a better defensive coach. This lineup, this team is not very good. So hopefully we'll be getting a good record, and I'll see you guys at the end of season number 1. So guys, at the end of season number 1, we go 37 and 45. Marvin Bagley wins Rookie of the Year for the Sacramento Kings. And here are the rest of the awards. We ended up making the playoffs, actually. LeBron on the Lakers, All-NBA second team. We ended up making the NBA playoffs as the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. Larry Nance on all defensive second team. Wow, 2 steals and a block a game. I'm honestly very surprised at that. But let us move on into the playoffs. We're facing Boston in round 1. Kyrie, Robert Williams now on the team. I forgot they drafted him. Tatum, Brown, Rozier, Morris coming off the bench. So I'm expecting a sweep. Hey, 1-0, 2. Yeah, we put up 2 games against Boston, which is pretty good. So looking at the player stats for this team, Rodney Hood, 18 a game, Jordan Clarkson, Corver, Smith, Nance, and Channing Frye, along with George Hill and Nick Young, all nearly putting up 10 points. So very balanced attack, but clearly not enough to make any deep run in the playoffs. Golden State, Toronto, what do you know? Golden State takes the title. Going into the off season, I want to see where our pick will land. I want goaltending available. We're probably going to get the 15th to maybe 17th pick. That's what I'm expecting at the least. Yeah, what do you know? 15th pick overall. Portland gets the #1 pick. The Hawks get the 3rd pick, and let's see here. The Knicks yet again get the 10th pick. Looking at the mock draft, we have the 15th pick. There are a couple options we could go with here. Okay, really? The draft... They didn't do any players past the 5th pick? Okay, then. I guess we'll just move past the draft. I'm never going to use this draft class again. But, Ty Lue, unfortunately, you are not good enough, so I am going to replace you probably with... I like Bill Booth. He could be a good head coach. We always go with Michael Stauffer. He's pretty much the best around. And let's go with James Graham as well. Come on, except there we go. So, since the draft class is messed up, we'll just go right into free agency and see who they pick for us. Yep, it doesn't even matter. That guy sucks. No team options. Nobody really going into free agency. Nerlens Noel, a couple older players going into free agency. Qualifying offers, we'll extend to Rodney Hood. Why not? And I guarantee you we're going to have no cap space whatsoever. Clint Capella's available, but I want to see. So Zizic up to a 79, Collin Sexton up to an 83, and Cedi Osman up to an 80. Okay, that's something to build around. That is something to build around. What are our cap holds? Channing Frye, you're gone. We'll keep Rodney Hood on. Nigel Hayes, no. Anybody else that should... Well, Nick Young's going to go down, so I'll renounce him as well. And I want to see what young players are available. Ike and Bogu. Why is he always available? Harry Giles is available. B- potential. That could be pretty good. Robert Williams is also available. He's asking for $7 million, though. I'm not so sure about that. Who else is available? Papagiannis always asks for $20 million. What about 22 years of age? Patrick McCaw, Noah Vonleh. Okafor is available. You know, I think I may go after Harry Giles. He only wants $2 million. Has been waived and maybe only... Okay, I don't know what that is. I'm just going to ignore that. But here we go into player progression. Collin Sexton up to an 83 overall. I'm pretty happy about that. Hopefully he improves. We do get Rodney Hood back. Collin Sexton up 6, Osman up 6, and Zizic up 6 as well. Collin Sexton's got a pretty good potential, but I'm going to use all 3 training camps on those 3 players. And I also know that we have them for the next couple years at the very least. So we should be able to really improve this roster this upcoming season. Okay, training camps. After you move on from the 2K Hoop Summit, training camps. Oh no, we only have 1. We still have Collin Sexton. I gotta do it on Collin Sexton. I have to raise his potential. He is the guy that we're building this team around. But now, our lineup. Okay, let's see here. No, I want Osman in there. And why? Okay, just rebuild it. Lower my bench utilization. And we're going to lower the bench depth to 9. And then we're going to lower Clarkson. We're actually going to move him into the starting lineup. Get him those minutes. Lower Clarkson. Lower Rodney Hood. Lower Willie Reed. And the rest of them. And let's give those minutes to Collin Sexton, Cedi Osman, and Ante Zizic. And then from there, we should be pretty good. I have Collin Sexton as the #1 option. We'll go Osman and then Zizic. So that should be good for this season. I want to look around and see what's going on with the other big rookies. Wendell Carter up to an 82. They also got Demboya in the draft. Zaire Smith up to a 79 overall. Robert Williams left. Anybody else? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander went up. Where's the other rookie for them? Moses Brown. They signed Harry Giles to a 1-year, $9 million contract. Jaren Jackson is up to an 85. That's insane. Trae Young an 83. Any other big rookies? Bol is still out there. Marvin Bagley is up to an 87. My God. He is improving so fast. Are you kidding me? Kevin Love signed with LA. He signed with LA. He went back to LeBron. That is incredible. Bamba up. Doncic to an 88. Good Lord. This is ridiculous. Porter up to an 86. Wow, these rookies are really improving faster than I thought they would. DeAndre Ayton an 87. That's absolutely insane. The Portland Trailblazers somehow got Zion Williamson and Boogie Cousins re-signed with the Golden State Warriors for another 1-year, $5 million deal. So that should be all for right now. We should be a better team this season. We have a very good bench to go along with starting lineup. We have multiple 80s. So I'm hoping we can get a lot of production from Collin Sexton. So guys, a very better second season. 49 and 33 Curry. Collin Sexton, our very own Rookie of the Year. DeAndre Ayton and Steve Kerr. Anybody from the Cleveland Cavaliers? Marvin Bagley on the All-NBA second team along with DeAndre Ayton. No Cavaliers. We got Collin Sexton on there. So I'm liking what we're seeing. We're the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference, going up against Chicago with Markkanen, Wendell Carter Jr., and Demboya. Looking at our team, Collin Sexton up to an 84, Osman up to an 82, and Zizic up to an 81. Let's go over the stats really quickly. You already saw Collin Sexton, but Osman put up 15, Zizic with 14 and 8, Rodney Hood, Allen Williams, and again, great bench production from Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance Jr. So, hoping we can get past Chicago. They're a pretty good shooting team. Levine, Valentine, Markkanen, and even Demboya can shoot it from outside. So I'm hoping we'll be able to limit their shooting and take care of them pretty easily. 2-1, 3-1, and we're able to take care of them in 5 games. Going up against Toronto. This is the team that made it to the NBA Finals last year. They got OG Anunoby. They got Jakob Pearl. Pretty good bench along with of course, their backcourt. Milwaukee moves on. Boston upset in round 1 by Philadelphia. This team should not have been the 7th seed. They got Melo as well, so they should not have been the 7th seed. Besides that, LeBron taken care of in 5 games by Chris Paul and the Houston Rockets. So, we actually steal game 1 in Toronto. We take game 3, game 4, and we're in the conference finals, taking care of the #1 seed in 5 games. Now, this is the team that is probably the most scary in the Eastern Conference. They have this wonderful starting lineup with Giannis, but then their bench is always the best. Brogdon, they got DJ Wilson, John Henson, Thon Maker. This team is always so good in their bench. So I'm hoping we'll be able to at least make this competitive. Hey, we steal 1 in Milwaukee. We take game 3. They take game 4. Oh, 6 games. Okay, well, we made it to the first round last season, the conference finals this season. So that means that most likely we'll be able to make the NBA Finals next season. Kyle Korver is retiring. We're going to get that salary back. League meetings, everything's good there. We're not going to get a very good draft pick, but I still want to know where we're going to land. So the I forgot the Hawks actually have our pick this year, so it's not even worth it. Assistant coach we need. Let's just go get Larry Drew. Give him a good contract. There we go. And our staff is pretty much good. Oh, we need a new trainer ASAP. We can't have a D+ trainer for this team. Okay, so we move on to team player options. I want to see how much our players went up by this season. Yes, we'll take it on Ante Zizic, and George Hill and JR are both leaving on their team options. So Paul Millsap is also a free agent. I want to see what our cap holds are. George Hill gone. J.R. Smith gone. And we'll try and keep the rest of them. But that should open up a ton of space for us to sign a possible free agent. $34 million in cap space. That I actually really like that. So what are we missing? We need small forward, power forward. So who is available that we can possibly get? Small forward. Let's try and go after Tyreke Evans. Let's give him a 3-year deal. And let's give him a player option. So let's get Tyreke Evans. Larry Nance Jr. is also available. We could go after Nikola Mirotic. I'll give him a 2-year offer. And also, we could probably just bring back Rodney Hood as well. So let's offer Rodney Hood a 1-year deal at $14 million. So get Tyreke, get Rodney Hood. We need to, yeah, we're going to renounce Rodney Hood. And that's going to bring us over the salary. So I'm just going to renounce Willie Reed. And I'll renounce Alan Williams as well. Okay, Mirotic gets another offer. You know, we get Tyreke Evans, though, who's a pretty good player. And then we can also sign another sort of mid-level player along with that. Okay, so we got Tyreke Evans. So now we're going to be able to move him to power forward or small forward. So then we need a power forward. Thomas Robinson. Yeah, let's go after Thomas Robinson. Let's get him a 2-year deal. And who else? We could get Greg Monroe, Deonta Davis. Who else is back here? We could get JaMychal Green for a minimum salary. I'll definitely take that. And I also need to get a backup small forward as well. Let's go after Jeff Green for a minimum deal. Get Thomas, get JaMychal Green, and who do I want? Jeff or JaMychal? Let's go after JaMychal. So there we go. That is actually all of our salary cap gone. Oof. Yeah, that's going to take us over the limit. So we're going to have to decline. We lose Larry Nance Jr., but we do get back. Wait, he didn't sign it? I was about to say, why didn't he sign that contract? I guess they didn't want him back or something. Okay, we got Tyreke Evans, and we're going to move him to small forward, which actually maintains him at an 85 overall. So we're now, it will be Collin Sexton, Seti Osman, Tyreke Evans, Thomas Robinson, and Zizic. We need power forward. We need a power forward and backup shooting guard. Okay, so who's available? Okay. What happens if I move? Can I move? What if I move Zizic? He actually goes up. And then we can assign a center. Yeah, we can sign Greg Monroe. Let's sign Greg Monroe for a couple of years. And then we need a backup shooting guard with Lance available. We get Greg Monroe. We don't get Lance, unfortunately. But we need another backup shooting guard. We can get Troy Daniels for the minimum. Okay, let's sign Lance. There we go, Troy Daniels. And that, I'm pretty happy with that free agency. We're able to sign a couple 80 overalls. Collin Sexton up 4. Thomas Robinson went up 6 somehow. I guess he spent the year in the G League. Zizic went up, and so did Osman. Okay, so let me use my training camps on our 3 main players, and I'll bring you guys back for the Starting lineup for our final season. So for our final season, Collin Sexton, Cedi Osman, Tyreke Evans, Zizic, and Greg Monroe, with Clarkson, Thomas Robinson, Tristan Thompson, and you know, I do not want Rashawn Holmes. I want Jeff Green coming off the bench along with them. So that should be good for our final season. We made it to the conference finals last season, so there's only one place left to go. The NBA Finals. So in our final season, we go 43-39. Here are the end of season awards. Charles Bassey, Rookie of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. Robert Williams on the Warriors now. We're the 5th seed. This conference really did not do well whatsoever. The best team was Milwaukee with 51 wins. Brooklyn was actually 2nd with Cameron Reddish and Bassey. Teams like Detroit didn't make it with Blake and Andre Drummond. Toronto did not make the playoffs. Miami did not make the playoffs. Washington, Atlanta with LaMelo Ball and Trae Young. So this is a very strange Eastern Conference to say the least, versus Golden State crushing everyone and San Antonio back to doing what they need to do. Oh, where is Devin Booker? Devin Booker's not here. They have Ayton. Let's go over the rosters real quick. That's something I really never do in these rebuilds. So Collin Sexton up to an 88. Team bunch of 80s now. Very happy. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jaren Jackson up to a 90. Anything big? Anything really big? Marvin Bagley up to a 92. Bamba an 87, Doncic a 94, Porter 91. Anything major? The Suns, is he injured? Where is Devin Booker? Okay, he's got to be up here somewhere. Devin B for Booker. No Devin Booker, huh? Oh, here's Devin Booker. Milwaukee. Oh, come on. How does Milwaukee get Devin Booker? How do they do that? Did they trade him? Let's look at the transaction report, too. Paul Millsap traded. Lonnie Walker traded. Yeah, Chris Middleton and a first-round pick for Devin Booker. Wow. And Steven Adams also traded as well. So, wow, a lot of big trades happening. Either way, we went 43-49. Let's take a look at the player stats real quick. Collin Sexton with 20. Tyreke Evans, Cedi Osman, and so on and so forth. Facing Chicago with Lauri Markkanen and Wendell Carter Jr. coming off the bench. We take game 1 and game 2 both in Chicago. Are we going to go? We actually sweep Chicago in round 1. And now we're going up against the juggernaut that is Milwaukee, with Thonmaker now up to an 80. And again, their bench with Malcolm Brogdon is just so good. They take game 1, and I'm pretty sure, yep, that's a sweep. Either way, Collin Sexton, he looks like a player that the Cavs can really build around. They still have to figure out what's going to go on with Kevin Love and the contracts that they have right now. Don't be surprised if Cleveland's pick turns into a top 5 pick this draft. I mean, I'm expecting maximum 35 to 30 in that range, 32 wins, let's say. They're not going to be close to making the playoffs. Collin Sexton needs to develop. He's a great up and down player, great defender, but he needs to open up his shooting. Cedi Osman and Zizic look like really good options to try and build around as well, but they have to figure out what they're doing with all those bad LeBron contracts. Tristan Thompson, $17 million. George Hill, $20 million. Core for $7 million. JR, I mean, they have a lot. Kobe Altman has a lot of work to do, but if he can really develop Collin Sexton, the Cavs may have a future with him leading their point guard spot. But guys, thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe. We are set. We are so close to 1,800 subscribers. Let's try and reach that by the end of this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next draft read.